Ben Sebastian here. You know who I am, what I'm about, hopefully. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I just kind of spend my free time reviewing some awesome music, and I'm looking forward to diving into this EP. EP/album 4-track affair called Reset To Reshape by a band from Encounters. Now, what can I tell you about them? They're a modern metal, sort of metalcore project, and it's a duo, so there's only two people that are doing everything here, and they say they do everything, you know, aside from the mix. They say they've got a kind of Gajira type silosis sound, and then sort of tempered with the sort of vocals of, you know, akin to sort of Harm's Way, Unearth. The concept of this release is about courage and determination on overcoming life's reality, the obstacles, the pain, and the hardship. And they say it's sort of also a metaphor that perhaps our purpose isn't for our species to sort of remain here and stay on Earth and living as their main purpose, but perhaps they're destined to leave the planet and not stay here forever. Interesting pairing of concepts. In relation to that first point, you know, I use the phraseology quite a lot, the vicissitudes of life, and I'm a strong kind of it's a strong kind of, sort of aim of mine to encourage musicians to use their craft as a way of overcoming you know, these obstacles and what have you, and that's something I promote quite heavily in my podcast and here on this channel, and indeed in life itself. If you've got talents, invest in them. They definitely are useful for healing and management, and are definitely not to be ignored. So yes, so that's really, that concept is obviously has some synergy, and I kind of like this artwork as well. I'm wondering whether that's a sort of an AI type of thing, or if it's something that's you've come up with, you for actual artwork. But yeah, interesting. I kind of like the look of it. I like the sound of it. So let's actually delve into the sound of it. It's a 4-track EP. You know, I think I'd normally select sort of 3 tracks as my sort of top 3 when I do an EP review, but I don't think I've had the, well, I know I don't think I haven't had the time or the luxury. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to just play the whole EP, and we're going to start with the first track, which is called Rapture Call, and here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's dive in.
Why don't you just grab life by the throat? Finishing high school, for no, I'm your game that night.
What a sequence that was. Wow. Oh, put my lungs back in. Wow, that was what an opener! What an opener! No, I'm so glad I didn't get any preview of that whatsoever. Not that it would have mattered that much, I feel, because that section about 3 minutes onwards, like the 3 minute to 4.5 minute, it gets all progressive, it gets all surprising. You know, you first off you think it's going to build up into sort of back into the sort of like the heaviness we've just been listening to, but no, it's sort of like toned down a little bit, and then it's just this huge curve upwards of just absolute insanity. Excuse me. I absolutely love the guitar tones in this. I love the vocal tone as well. Look, this is absolutely something that I would be putting in my ears at like 5 o'clock in the morning when it's dark, when I've got my loaded backpack on and I'm hiking and I'm kind of doing my sort of morning sort of get your head together sort of grind, both sort of physically and mentally, preparation for the day. This is absolutely stonkingly heavy, brutal, pacey stuff, and on the basis of the first track, I adore Encounters already. So now we're going to move on to the second track, and it's called Entropy. Here we go. Nice, dark and sinister ending. Lovely, pacey track. Awesome grooves. Some great soloing. The guitar work here. I don't know which of the two responsible. I think there's a guy called John, and there's another chap who forms the duo. Excuse me. There we go. Steph. Oh yeah, so Steph is responsible for the vocals. I mean, what a job there. And Jean there on the guitars. I mean, absolutely phenomenal sort of riff work and groove work. You know, absolutely admirable. Yeah, 2 tracks, both stonkers. Slightly preferred the first, but I'm going back into my sort of like hiking mind, and that the following on one from the other. Yeah, absolutely, still a great journey, this EP. And let the journey continue as we move on to the 3rd track, which is called Forsaken of Self. a thought occurs to me, just like how well matching. I was trying to think like what so if it was a different vocalist, if it was a different style, if it was clean, if it was sort of more black, if it was it's like just different sort of phrases and tonalities, and I couldn't get it to sort of match in my head. The vocals for this concept and for the sound of the band is an absolutely good pairing. What would be really interesting is to hear the story of you two, and sort of how you guys met and how you guys decided to sort of forge this project, because it's definitely, well, you are sort of like the jigsaw pieces to each other on this. It sounds just so cohesive, and the message you're trying to get across with the concept of the album, I couldn't imagine it sounding any other way, if you kind of get me. The artwork seems to slot quite well into that as well. I wondered just how that came about as well. I always have so many questions for bands and stuff when I hear something that really does sort of tick all the boxes for me. I have one of these ADHD style sort of brains. It's sometimes hard to capture my attention for very long. But when it is captured, oh my days, it is captured. And this is one of the EPs. This is a band as well as just an EP. But this is one of the styles of outputs that is really embedded in, and I know that this is going to be a regular listen. I don't know if you've noticed, how can you not, but I have a room full of album covers and what have you, and every time I find something that absolutely locks me in, I'm like, oh, that's got to go up on the wall. But I will run out of space in here. I mean, it goes all around. Let's sort of goes all around. That's as far as I've got. Excuse me, hanging my washing up indoors. It's a rainy day here in England. No surprises there. Yes. So definitely, I think this is. I'm going to pinch this cover, and it's going to go up on the wall of fame, such as it is. But okay. So we're 3 tracks into the 4-track EP. This is where I normally stop, but no, I selected rightly. I kind of must have seen how brilliant this band is going to be. Yes, so we're going to go on to the 4th one, which I think, if memory serves me correctly, which it does, they also released as a single. Okay, cool. So this is the hook track for those that don't sort of know the band. This is the one that they're hanging their hat on. So that'd be really interesting. Cool title as well. Tear Down the Walls. So let's finish off with this. Let's go. an EP. Look, this pairing here, they were capable of producing music that's so loud, so it has such a sort of raw quality, but also the clarity in the production is absolutely fantastic. But you know, this is a pairing of musicians. Those guitar riffs combined with the vocals, it's literally jumps out of the album cover at you, grabs you by the throat, and starts chewing your face off. It is that heavy. It's such a good sound. It is such a good concept, and I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed kind of putting this video together for you guys, for you viewers and stuff today. This is definitely going up on the wall. This is definitely going in one of my regular playlists. It is definitely going to be joining me at 4 a.m. And I tell you what, that is probably the most you could sort of ask for as something that's going to, you know, grab my attention and keep me entertained and has some longevity. Definitely, that's exactly how it has caught my attention. It has longevity. It's going to be a regular listen, and I'm really happy to have received the submission of Out With Encounters. People, like, links below, like, go and follow them up. These guys are just going to, I certainly hope that they're going to be releasing something in future, and I hope they can sort of keep it all together and keep it beastly. I suppose out of the 4 tracks, well, I think it's quite clear the first one was my absolute favourite. This last one, Tear Down the Walls, yeah, definitely the right choice for a single. Nice sort of a melodic sort of hook over the top, and a bit of everything that the band is about. That's probably my second favourite. The third one was probably the second track, and then that leaves the other one. But by all no means are none of the tracks insignificant. They've all got pace. They're all well driven. And it's been a brilliant listen. Can you tell? Right, that's me dove and done with Out With Encounters and Reset To Reshape. Cool EP, such a cool EP.